So today, Charlie and I went to Sunken Gardens. When I was looking up the top things to do in St. Pete, this was always in the top 3. It's a popular destination here in St. Pete.
It was established in 1911 when George Turner Sr. got tired of having a big old lake on his property. So he drained it and decided to make it the perfect spot to grow natural Florida flora, which is Florida plants basically. But now today you're gonna see 50,000 different plants from all across the world. We saw a tree from Africa, we saw orchids, we saw all sorts of different things, to include different animals as well. They had Chilean flamingos. So when you look at these flamingos, you can see they're pretty relaxed. You could almost say that they're Chilean. They had some sort of tortoise that was there. They have all sorts of different exotic birds. And honestly, I wasn't really expecting it to be that diverse. I was expecting basically just local flora, just local flora, Florida flora.
Plants. Who do you think you are, bro?
So after my last few reviews on YouTube, everybody's been clamoring, Bobby, you have such an exquisite way of articulating things. We want to hear your perspective on everything. Well, here you go. My review of Sunken Gardens, chair's not small enough.
You're welcome. I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and viewing our vlog. The support has just been humbling from the bottom of my soul. Thank you so much.
Is she here, Sonny? We couldn't just whip around with these little cameras. We have cameras 50 pounds.
My name is Emily and I am an animal keeper here at Sunken Gardens. So I'm taking her out on a walk. I don't want them staying in cages in enclosed areas, so I make sure to take them out on walks every day. Yes, we do take our birds out of their enclosures. We don't believe in just letting birds sit in cages. We have to have them out there because people want to see them, and that's how we can safely display them. We really love our birds and we do a lot to enrich them and make them happy and keep them healthy. It's not natural to have these birds as pets, but people do buy them as pets and then they can't care for them anymore. So Melissa ended up here because she was a rescue. Somebody bought her from a breeder. It didn't work out in their household, so she donated her to us. After her mate passed away from cancer, I took her home and I spent a lot of time with her. She is actually bonded to me and considers me her mate, and she is very territorial over me. So if I'm handling another bird and she sees, she will try and fly at them and attack them no matter how big they are. And she is just like the most jealous bird we have probably. My favorite thing about Sunken Gardens, there's so many things. Of course my birds, because I'm very bonded to them, but I mean I just love being in nature and hearing the birds, seeing the wild birds sing. If you're into plants, we have a huge diversity of tropical plants and a lot of native Florida plants. We feed our butterflies and our bees here in our butterfly garden. But if you were gonna ask someone like me that's an animal person, it's definitely our flamingos and our parrots. That funny? Uh-huh.
So back in 1930, they started charging a nickel for entry into the Sunken Gardens. Today, a nickel equates to about $90, so thankfully it's a lot cheaper than that to get in. And honestly, I had a really good time just walking around, relaxing, kind of. Bobby and I did get a little inspiration from the flamingos.
God, we missed the flamingos fighting.
Well, they must be brothers, they're gonna fight again. And we did get at each other a little bit. I wasn't taking that too seriously. I was just trying to like goof around with it. And then I didn't do the choke correctly, and Bobby's like,
I couldn't be more disappointed. We just went over it too.
What the hell was that?
You gotta do it right.
And I was like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
all right, Dick. You really want me to kill you?
Yeah, go kill me properly, Charlie. We're telling everybody we're martial artists, you know, you gotta sink it in right. I wasn't mad that he was killing me, he was just doing it wrong. When they were calling old UFC fights, they used to call that the lion killer.
Why?
Hey, you kill lions with it. Yeah. That one guy killed that mountain lion. there was a guy, I think in California, that got attacked by a mountain lion and choked it to death. The rear naked choke.
That is not a position I'd want to ever be in.
No, me neither.
If you kind of want a more relaxed, laid-back, tranquil environment, this is going to be perfect for you. They have a whole bunch of waterfalls all over the place. They have nice little walking paths. They even have a tranquility walk that wasn't so tranquil for Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. 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 So let's sum it up. The Sunken Gardens, great place to go to for a nice, tranquil, relaxed afternoon. You're gonna have a lot of koi ponds, a lot of waterfalls, beautiful plants everywhere. You're gonna see a bunch of different birds, a couple different animals depending on if you're lucky enough to see the butterfly in his mansion or not, you know what I mean? And some tortoises and stuff like that.
And there's no fishing allowed at the koi pond. So if you enjoyed this video, there's going to be a lot more like it, especially in the near future with our trip in Hawaii. So please like and subscribe if you liked it. But either way, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. But anyway, getting back on track. I'm getting vascular.
I thought you were just saying get back on track.
The people need to know. Not quite where I want to be. These 2 weeks are either going to be hardcore or I'm going to give up. I had some cookies today. But, you know, you're about to see me in my underwear very shortly.
So to add some context to that, there's a huge underwear run
I can't wait.
for the Ironman. It's before the Ironman, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a relaxed, like happy, you know, kind of cut the tension before the actual Ironman championships go down. So Bobby and I are going to be participating in that. We both suck at running. I have a bum knee, so running for me is pretty painful.
I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I used to be quite something.
I used to be an adventurer until I took an arrow to the knee.
Now I'm just an old chunk of coal.
So
I'll be a diamond one day.